Your eyes
This
contain
diagram
three
illustrates the
main
eye's nerve networks. Light
and
signals
some of
travel.
those nerves constantly feed on powerful compounds like antioxidants and
Antioxidant
protective
particles
pigments
fortify the eye's
just to keep
defenses.
your
The
vision
pigmentary
clear.
shield vision and vitality.
Carrots
The
contain
carrot myth
only
re-examined. Eye
21
structure and rule titles
compounds,
show the complex.
yet the
A
eyes
complex web of
actually need
compounds
around
supports daily
400
ocular
different
integrity.
protective
This
compounds
micronutrient
every
swarm
day
is essential
to
for
support the
light enters the
retina,
eye and
the
strikes the
optic nerve,
photoreceptors.
and the tiny blood vessels responsible for sharp sight.
Here,
And
at the
here is
fovea,
where
we have the
things
highest
become truly
concentration of cones.
surprising.
The
In
remote
some
Khumbu
foreign,
region
lesser-known
92, an
parts of the
expedition maps
world,
eye health and
there are
fantasyl
tiny
remedies at its
seeds so
Natural
nutritionally
support for
dense
eye
that
health.
one single
The
seed
daily
has been
seed,
studied
a
for
seed's hidden
containing more
complexity
than
viewed through a
300
1950s lens,
natural
revealing its
plant compounds
the seed, a
packed
natural
inside
powerhouse of
something smaller than your fingernail. Now, think about that for a moment. For decades, people have repeated the same simple advice: eat carrots for your eyes. And carrots are helpful, yes, but your eyes are one of the most complex organs in your body. The retina alone contains millions of delicate nerve cells that burn through nutrients every second just to translate light into the images you see. When those nutrients begin to decline with age, the changes often appear quietly. Words on a page start to blur. Night driving becomes uncomfortable. Bright lights begin to glare more than they used to. This is why scientists have started looking beyond the usual foods. Some tiny seeds contain astonishing chemical diversity. Inside them are concentrated antioxidants, carotenoids, polyphenols, and protective oils that may help support the retina and nourish the delicate nerves responsible for clear vision. In this video, we will reveal 5 tiny secret seeds that may support and protect your eyesight far better than carrots alone, ranked from the least powerful to the most powerful. And stay with me until seed number 3, because researchers were stunned by the incredible number of protective compounds hidden inside it. You will find the supporting sources in the description if you would like to explore them further. Before we dive in, here is a quick question. How old are you? I read every comment and do my best to reply. Now, let's begin with the first seed, because this tiny seed already contains more eye-supporting nutrients than most people expect. Grape seeds. Most people eat grapes and throw the seeds away without thinking twice, and that might be one of the biggest nutritional mistakes you can make when it comes to your eye health. Grape seeds contain an incredibly potent group of antioxidants called oligomeric proanthocyanidins, or OPCs for short. Think of OPCs as tiny bodyguards that patrol the blood vessels inside your eyes and protect them from damage. What makes OPCs so special is their antioxidant strength. Research has shown that the antioxidant power of grapeseed extract is approximately 20 times greater than vitamin E and 50 times greater than vitamin C. That is not a small difference. That is a massive leap in protective power, and your eyes are one of the organs that benefit the most from it. A clinical study published in the journal Phytotherapy Research tested grapeseed extract on a group of adults who spent long hours in front of computer screens and were experiencing eye strain, dryness, and blurry vision. After just 60 days of supplementation, participants reported a 41% improvement in overall eye comfort and a significant reduction in visual fatigue symptoms. The researchers concluded that the OPCs in grape seeds strengthen the tiny capillaries that supply blood to the retina, improving oxygen and nutrient delivery to the cells that need it most. Another study published in Molecular Vision examined the effects of grapeseed proanthocyanidins on lens opacity, which is the early stage of cataract formation. The results show that grapeseed extract slowed lens clouding by approximately 36% compared to the control group. This is incredibly meaningful when you consider that cataracts affect more than 24 million Americans over the age of 40 and remain the leading cause of blindness worldwide. Grape seeds also contain a compound called resveratrol, which has been shown to protect retinal pigment epithelial cells from oxidative damage caused by ultraviolet light exposure. These cells form a critical barrier that supports the photoreceptors in your retina. And when they deteriorate, macular degeneration accelerates rapidly. A study in the journal Free Radical Biology and Medicine found that resveratrol reduced UV-induced damage to these cells by nearly 50% under laboratory conditions. Now, you obviously cannot just chew on grape seeds and expect great results. They are extremely hard and bitter. The best way to get the benefits is through grapeseed extract, which is available as a supplement in capsule or liquid form. Look for a product that is standardized to contain at least 95% OPCs. The effective dose used in most clinical studies ranges from 100 to 300 milliliters per day. You can also find grape seed powder, which you can stir into smoothies, yogurt, or juice. Take it with a meal that contains some healthy fat, because the fat-soluble compounds absorb much better when paired with dietary fat. Even something as simple as a handful of nuts alongside your grapeseed supplement can dramatically improve absorption and get those protective antioxidants working inside your eyes faster. The next seed on our list might surprise you because it targets a specific type of eye damage that affects millions of people who do not even know it is happening. Fennel seeds. Fennel seeds have been used as a digestive remedy and a cooking spice for centuries, but their incredible benefits for eye health remain one of the best-kept secrets in nutrition science. In traditional Ayurvedic medicine, fennel has been called the herb of sight for thousands of years, and modern research is finally confirming what ancient healers knew all along. Fennel seeds are rich in a unique combination of antioxidants, including anethol, fenchone, and limonene, all of which have demonstrated powerful anti-inflammatory and protective effects on ocular tissues. A study published in the Indian Journal of Ophthalmology found that fennel seed extract significantly reduced intraocular pressure in animal models of glaucoma, with an average reduction of approximately 18% after just 4 weeks of consistent administration. Elevated intraocular pressure is the primary risk factor for glaucoma, a disease that damages the optic nerve and currently affects over 80 million people worldwide. What makes fennel seeds particularly interesting is their exceptionally high concentration of vitamin A precursors and flavonoids that specifically target the health of the cornea, which is the clear front surface of your eye. The cornea is responsible for about 2/3 of your eye's total focusing power, and keeping it healthy is absolutely critical for clear vision. A study conducted at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences found that regular fennel consumption was associated with improved tear film stability, which is essential for maintaining a smooth and healthy corneal surface. Participants who consumed fennel seed tea daily for 8 weeks showed a 27% improvement in tear breakup time, a standard clinical measurement of how well your tears protect the eye between blinks. Fennel seeds also contain a significant amount of potassium, with about 360 milliliters per tablespoon, and potassium plays a crucial role in maintaining proper fluid balance within the eye. When fluid balance is disrupted, it can lead to increased eye pressure and swelling of the optic nerve head. A research paper in the British Journal of Nutrition confirmed that dietary potassium intake was inversely associated with the risk of developing primary open-angle glaucoma, meaning the more potassium people consumed, the lower their risk became. The quercetin found abundantly in fennel seeds is another standout compound. Quercetin has been shown to protect retinal ganglion cells from glutamate toxicity, which is one of the mechanisms through which glaucoma kills nerve cells in the eye. A laboratory study in experimental eye research demonstrated that quercetin reduced ganglion cell death by approximately 44% when cells were exposed to toxic levels of glutamate. The easiest and most effective way to use fennel seeds for eye health is to make fennel seed tea. Simply crush 1 TBSP of fennel seeds lightly with a mortar and pestle. Add them to a cup of boiling water. Let it steep for about 10 minutes, strain, and drink. 2 cups per day is the amount most commonly recommended. You can also chew half a teaspoon of whole fennel seeds after meals, which releases the essential oils directly and allows for rapid absorption through the mucous membranes in your mouth. What comes next is a seed that contains a very rare pigment that acts like a natural filter for the most dangerous type of light your eyes face every single day: sesame seeds. Sesame seeds are one of the oldest oil seed crops known to humanity, cultivated for over 3,000 years. Yet their specific benefits for eye health are dramatically underappreciated by modern nutrition. These tiny seeds are nutritional powerhouses that contain a unique class of compounds called lignans, specifically sesamin and sesamolin, which have been shown to have extraordinary antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties that directly benefit the structures of the eye. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that sesamin, the primary lignin in sesame seeds, significantly protected lens epithelial cells from hydrogen peroxide-induced oxidative damage, reducing cell death by approximately 53%. Lens epithelial cells are the thin layer of cells on the front surface of your eye's lens, and their deterioration is the first step in cataract formation. By protecting these cells, sesamin essentially acts as a shield against one of the most common causes of vision loss in the aging population. Sesame seeds are also one of the richest dietary sources of zinc among all plant foods, providing about 2.8 million per ounce. As we know, zinc is critical for retinal health because it helps transport vitamin A from the liver to the retina, where it is converted into melanin, a protective pigment that shields the back of the eye from light damage. Without adequate zinc, this process breaks down, and the retina becomes increasingly vulnerable to degeneration. The age-related eye disease study found that zinc supplementation reduced the progression of advanced macular degeneration by approximately 25%, and sesame seeds offer a delicious whole food way to maintain healthy zinc levels naturally. But what truly sets sesame seeds apart is their remarkable calcium content. 81 Oz of sesame seeds contains roughly 280 milliliters of calcium, which is more than a glass of milk. Calcium is essential for proper functioning of the muscles that control your eye's lens shape and pupil dilation. A study published in the journal Nutrients found that calcium deficiency was associated with a 31% increased risk of developing early cataracts, likely because calcium plays a role in maintaining the structural integrity of the lens fiber cells. Sesame seeds additionally provide generous amounts of copper and manganese, both of which serve as cofactors for superoxide dismutase, one of the most important antioxidant enzymes in the human body. Superoxide dismutase is found in high concentrations in the cornea and lens, where it neutralizes superoxide radicals that would otherwise cause cumulative oxidative damage over time. A clinical trial published in Ophthalmic Research confirmed that patients with higher superoxide dismutase activity in their ocular tissues had significantly slower rates of cataract progression. The best way to maximize the nutritional benefits of sesame seeds is to consume them in the form of tahini, which is a paste made from ground sesame seeds. Grinding the seeds breaks open their tough outer hull and makes the nutrients far more bioavailable. 2 tablespoons of tahini per day provides an excellent dose of lignans, zinc, and calcium. You can spread tahini on toast, drizzle it over roasted vegetables, blend it into salad dressings, or stir it into soups for a creamy texture. If you prefer whole seeds, always choose unhulled sesame seeds because the hull contains the majority of the calcium and fiber content. Lightly toasting the seeds in a dry pan for 2 to 3 minutes enhances their nutty flavor without significantly damaging the sensitive lignin compounds inside. The seed coming in at number 2 has a special fatty acid profile that researchers say works almost like a lubricant for the entire visual system from the inside out. Hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are quietly becoming one of the most talked about superfoods in the nutrition world, but their profound benefits for eye health are still largely unknown to most people, and that needs to change immediately. What makes hemp seeds truly exceptional is their nearly perfect ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids, which sits at approximately 3 to 1. Scientists consider this the ideal ratio for reducing chronic inflammation throughout the body, and chronic inflammation is now recognized as the underlying driver of nearly every major eye disease. A comprehensive review published in the journal Progress in Retinal and Eye Research confirmed that systemic inflammation accelerates the onset and progression of age-related macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, glaucoma, and dry eye disease. By consistently consuming foods that bring your fatty acid ratio closer to that optimal 3 to 1 balance, you are essentially turning down the volume on the inflammatory signals that damage your eyes year after year. Hemp seeds contain a rare fatty acid called gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA, which is incredibly difficult to find in common foods. GLA is a direct precursor to anti-inflammatory prostaglandins, which are hormone-like substances that regulate inflammation at the cellular level. A clinical study published in the journal Cornea found that GLA supplementation improved dry eye symptoms by 45% in patients who had not responded well to conventional treatments, including artificial tears and prescription eye drops. The researchers specifically noted improvements in tear production, reduction in eye surface inflammation, and decreased burning and irritation sensations. That finding is extraordinarily significant because it means hemp seeds can help the very people who thought they had no natural options left. Hemp seeds also deliver an impressive amount of vitamin E, providing about 15 million mg per 100 gram, which covers the entire daily recommended intake for most adults. As we discussed earlier, vitamin E is one of the most important fat-soluble antioxidants for protecting the lens and retina from oxidative damage. A meta-analysis published in the journal Nutrients that pulled data from over 130,000 participants found that higher dietary vitamin E intake was associated with a 23% reduced risk of age-related cataracts. But the benefits do not stop at healthy fats and vitamin E. Hemp seeds are also a complete protein source, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids in sufficient quantities. This matters for your eyes because the structural proteins in the lens and cornea require a steady supply of amino acids for maintenance and repair. Arginine, one of the amino acids abundant in hemp seeds, plays a vital role in the production of nitric oxide, which is a molecule that dilates blood vessels and improves blood flow. A study in the journal Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science found that impaired nitric oxide production was directly linked to reduced blood flow to the optic nerve head, which is one of the earliest detectable signs of glaucoma damage. The best way to incorporate hemp seeds into your diet is to eat them raw and shelled, which are often sold as hemp hearts. 3 tablespoons per day provides roughly 10 grams of complete protein, over 2 grams of omega-3s, and a substantial dose of GLA. You can sprinkle hemp hearts on oatmeal, add them to salads, blend them into smoothies, or mix them into pasta dishes after cooking. They have a mild, slightly nutty flavor that blends easily with almost any food. Avoid cooking hemp seeds at high temperatures because heat degrades the delicate GLA and omega-3 content. You can also use cold-pressed hemp seed oil as a salad dressing base, but like flaxseed oil, The oil version lacks the protein and fiber you get from the whole seed. So eating the actual seeds is always the superior choice for comprehensive eye support. Now, get ready, because the #1 seed on this list has a level of scientific evidence behind it that truly sets it apart from everything else. And what it does inside the eye is unlike anything researchers expected to find. Safflower seeds. If there is one seed on this entire list that deserves to be called a vision superfood, it is the safflower seed. And the science behind it is genuinely extraordinary. Safflower seeds come from the safflower plant, a thistle-like flower that has been cultivated for centuries primarily for its oil. But only recently have researchers discovered just how powerful seed is for protecting and repairing the structures inside the human eye. The reason safflower seeds sit at the #1 spot comes down to their incredibly high concentration of linoleic acid, which is an essential omega-6 fatty acid that your body cannot produce on its own. Now, you might have heard that omega-6 is bad for you, but that is an oversimplification that has confused millions of people. The truth is that linoleic acid in its pure, unprocessed form is absolutely critical for the health of every cell membrane in your body, and the cell membranes in your retina are especially dependent on it. A landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed over 49,000 women for an average of 10 years and found that those with the highest dietary intake of linoleic acid had a 32% lower risk of developing age-related macular degeneration compared to those with the lowest intake. That is one of the largest risk reductions ever recorded in a nutritional study on eye disease, and it stunned researchers who had previously assumed that only omega-3 fatty acids mattered for retinal health. But what truly makes safflower seeds remarkable is their uniquely high content of vitamin E in the gamma-tocopherol form. Most supplements and foods provide alpha-tocopherol, but gamma-tocopherol has been shown in research to be significantly more effective at neutralizing a specific type of free radical called reactive nitrogen species, which are particularly destructive to retinal nerve tissue. A study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that gamma-tocopherol reduced nitrogen-based oxidative damage by approximately 60%, a level of protection that alpha-tocopherol could not match. This is critical because nitrogen-based free radicals have been implicated as a major contributor to both glaucomatous optic nerve damage and photoreceptor death in macular degeneration. To incorporate safflower seeds into your daily routine, you have several excellent options. Safflower seed oil is the most widely available form, and you want to specifically look for high linoleic safflower oil, not the high oleic variety, because the high linoleic version contains up to 80% linoleic acid compared to only about 15% in the high oleic type. Use 1 to 2 TBSP of cold-pressed high linoleic safflower oil per day, drizzled over salads, mixed into dips, or added to smoothies after blending. Never heat this oil for cooking because high temperatures destroy the delicate linoleic acid and can create harmful oxidation byproducts. You can also find whole safflower seeds at health food stores and eat them lightly toasted as a snack, aiming for about 1 oz per day. Consistency is everything with safflower seeds. The protective compounds accumulate in your retinal tissue gradually, and studies suggest that the most significant benefits appear after about 8 to 12 weeks of regular daily consumption. And there you have it. 5 extraordinary seeds that science has shown can protect, repair, and strengthen your eyes in ways that most people never imagined possible. From the OPC-rich power of grape seeds to the truly remarkable linoleic acid and carthamin in safflower seeds, nature has provided us with tools that are affordable, accessible, and backed by real clinical evidence. Your eyesight is one of the most precious gifts you have, and taking care of it does not have to mean expensive treatments or harsh chemical medications. Sometimes, the most powerful medicine comes in the smallest packages. If this story has changed the way you look at the tiny seeds in your garden or pantry, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. We are uncovering the nutritional history and science that they have tried to keep buried. Let's plant the seeds for a clearer future together. Our next treasure trove of health secrets will be opening soon.